bitch, talk to y'all for a minute. You know, since it's just us, a bitch got something she need to get up off his chest real quick. True story. Real talk. Real quick. 1 minute, but not really. How in all the are all my bitches feeling? What's good, bitches? How in the is it your Pride Month going? Okay, and especially Juneteenth weekend, a nationally celebrated, recognized holiday. But we, my people, better stand the fuck up. What's good, baby? Is it just me or not? I was hyped as it about that. Or not. If not, it's whatever. Trump supporters. Just saying. Anyway, no, I'm just messing with y'all. But nah, how in all the my bitches feeling, bitch, that didn't come out right. My bitches feeling. Sorry. A bitch was sucking dick earlier. Just saying. Anyway, y'all, but how in the are y'all feeling though? Like for real. When I tell you my people better stand up. Yeah, it's our month, okay? Especially our month. Okay? When I tell you babies making strides and ish up in this bitch. Yes. Anyway, that's not why I came to y'all today. However, it was definitely gonna be mentioned. However, though, I'm coming to y'all today because y'all know. First off, let me apologize. Okay, I know this is late, but a bitch, past couple of weeks, I'm telling y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all about it later, but girl, I know the past couple of weeks I've been late. Gonna get right back on it in a minute, but however, it's just, whew. Girl, life. She be playing too much sometimes. She be playing too much. But anyway, girl, when I tell you, a bitch got this new chapstick, and that's why I stick to Carmex, because when I girl, I licked my lips accidentally, and now my tongue is just like, shouldn't have did that. But anyway, back to the story. Stay focused, I'm sorry. But anyway, y'all, I was coming to y'all today, get some ish up off this chitty needle or whatever, let it free, like a bird or whatever, and talk to y'all about the first time I was DP'd. And if you don't know what DP'd is, baby, yes, 2 of them in one hole. 2, 1. 2, 1. And this is how it went. Alright. So, this was a minute ago too. And the reason why this came up is because I was talking to a friend of mine that, was saying like, oh, I'm not freaky or whatever. Like, baby, no, I wasn't freaky with you, because if you don't want to try new things, I ain't gonna push you, and I'm not gonna, that's basically it. If you don't want to try new things with me while we fucking, then that's on you. I'm gonna keep it at the same level you keeping it at, unless you give me some type of indication that you want to bring that African Nigerian jungle type fucking up out of me. I mean, I'm just saying you gotta hint or something. But anyway, that's beside the point. Stay focused, I'm sorry. So I was talking to my friend or whatever about how he thought I wasn't freaky enough or whatever. This is when we were fucking around or whatever, and it was just like, baby, who if only you knew the truth, because baby, when I tell you, apparently he didn't. So back to the story. Stay focused on Sarah. So The first time I was DP, yes, double penetrated or whatever, is with my last ex. It's only happened one other time since then, since I've been down here, but that's a whole nother story, and I'll talk to you about that later. Back to the story. So it was me and my ex. I guess some people call it an open relationship. Well, yeah, no. I guess by definition alone, it kind of is. But that motherfucker was crazy. So he didn't like. He would get like, okay. Little side note. So we're gonna pause and let me get into this little side note. So he would spaz out like when we would have threesome, foursomes, orgies, whatever you want to call them, because we had a few of them. He would get upset if if it looked like maybe I was like giving another person attention or something like that. Like he would trip all the way out. But if he was fucking with another person or whatever and like going in, I don't care. It just didn't matter to me because I'm like, okay, we in this ish together. Like we both, we both fucking or whatever. So it's, no holds barred. So I guess you could call it an open relationship, but pause. Anyway, back to the story. So I guess you could call it an open relationship, but however, he had more of an issue with it than I did, if that makes any sense. And I wasn't always the one. Well, no. That's a lie, because yeah, I did. Listen, if we're in a relationship, I'm going to be direct and honest with you, because like I said, I think of you as my right to my left hand or left to my right hand. Like, we should be able to be open and honest and direct with each other. And I told him before, I was like, listen, basically, Nick, your dick just ain't doing it. You have no rhythm, man. Because he was less melanated, non-pigmented. Just pay attention, okay? And he had the rhythm like that. So true story, both in and out of the bed. So I told him, I was like, but baby, listen, girl, yo, dick ain't where it's at. So we gonna have to figure some ish out, and then we would have threesomes and foursomes and orgies, all of that other ish. But anyway, back to the story. Stay focused on that. So the first time I was DP was this one time, Captain Crazy. This is my last ex or whatever, and his friend. We gonna call his friend. I think he's passing out TBH, but we gonna call his friend. We gonna call his friend Pierce. So anyway, because I'll let y'all know. Here we go. So me and Captain Crazy had talked about it, or whatever, and Captain Crazy was like, okay, well, yeah, this was, I don't even think this was our first threesome either. Don't quote me on that, because I believe there were others before that. But anyway, back to the story. Stay focused on Sarah. However, he basically, for this threesome, he was going to pick the person or whatever, and it was his friend Pierce or whatever. Now, pause. Him and Pierce in the past had interactions, and they had threesomes, foursomes, orgies, or whatever interactions before as well, and they used to escort together or whatever. So it was like they already, they were already cool with each other. I don't care who you bring in, as long as they potentially, blowable, and Pierce, he was tan and Latino, so he was blowable-ish enough, and he had like the right amount of push on him or whatever that when bob and weave is not hurting that forehead. Anyway, back to the story. Stay focused on Sarah. So Captain Crazy got in touch with his friend Pierce or whatever, and I will always remember this day because one, it's the first time that I DP'd or that I got DP'd, and then also it was the first time that I ever, now I dish every day or whatever, but however, this is the first time I had actually dished with a Four Loko. And I will tell y'all about that later. Yes, I dish with a Four Loko because, flavors or whatever. And if they gonna eat the ass, why not let them get drunk off of it, all at the same time. So y'all know Four Locals be hitting. But anyway, back to the story. Stay focused, Adam. So basically, this is why I will always remember it, because I was in, I was wrapping up my dishing process, and at the end, that's when towards the end of the dishing process, that's when you start putting the flavors in and stuff like that. I always do the flavors, I shouldn't say always, but the majority of the time, however, the majority of the time I'll do a flavor or whatever. So I was like, okay, well, this time it's going to be a Four Local. And it was Captain Crazy that had said, here, try the Four Local. I will always remember it too, because it was the watermelon, I think it is. It was the red and black one, whatever that one is. And I remember this one, the Four Local. Because he handed it to me right before he left to go pick up Pierce. So when he go to pick up Pierce or whatever, I'm in the shower, listening to my music, singing or whatever, because I sing in the shower, sing all day long, because that's just me, gotta make me feel good or whatever. So I'm in the shower, showering and everything, and I get out the shower, I start lotioning and everything, and I hear the front door open. So I'm like, this nigga brought this nigga back too quick. Like, shit, let me at least get lotioned and stuff. Because I still, even though I was done with my process, I still wasn't done with my full process. But hey, it's an experience when we touch, okay? So I had to give this person an experience, and so I'm like, well, shit, like, nigga, you gonna bring him home already? Because he came back to our place or whatever. And I was thinking to myself, like, I told you, nigga, go and run errands or do something first, or stop somewhere before this. Don't just go there and pick him up. But anyway, that's the side point. Back to the story. Stay focused on something. So I remember getting a little bit annoyed because of that. However, I was just like, okay, fuck it, hurry up, get finished with your process or whatever, and get finished putting the smelly goods and lotions all in and around you or whatever. And I remember stepping out the bathroom, and Captain Crazy and Pierce were sitting on the couch. And I remember just like sitting there being annoyed, because it was just like, but hey, we had this conversation, like you were supposed to stop somewhere else before bringing him home. Now I can't sip on some wine before relax, getting them schmood or whatever. So I remember looking at him, and I'm trying to be nice, but I'm looking at Captain Crazy like, but it's anyway. But I remember introducing myself to Pierce or whatever. They were sitting on the couch watching TV or whatever, or on their phone, something like that. But they were sitting next to each other on the couch, and I went in the kitchen, grabbed my wine, drank it straight up out the bottle, because I was like, okay. Because Captain Crazy had been telling me that Pierce had this thick ass dick. So I'm like, okay, fuck it. I knew Captain Crazy had a decent sized dick or whatever, or has a decent sized dick or whatever. Anyway, and because he's still living. But Captain Crazy had a decent sized dick, but it wasn't like as girthy apparently as Pierce's, or the way he was describing Pierce's. So I was like, bitch. That Four Local dish did not help with the tipsiness, so I need to go in this kitchen, sip on this wine, and now I gotta guzzle it because Pierce is sitting here on the couch, and we're about to get into it. So, babies, when I tell you I guzzle like almost a whole half bottle, I think it was Pink Moscato too, one of my favorites. Anyway, back to the story. Stay focused on Sarah. So I guzzle it or whatever, and they just sitting on the couch, and then I was just like, okay, like, what's up? And then Captain Crazy lay back and pull out, pull out this thing, and I'm getting it going. I'm bobbing and weaving, like I do. Just look, ma, no hands, okay? Because that's what a real pro do. So I'm just bobbing and weaving or whatever, and then Pierce takes his out. Pause, okay? Pierce take his piece out. First off, the nigga turtlenecking all day. Now, okay, like I said, we no dick judging. We do not judge dicks at all. However, Captain Crazy ain't tell me this. It's turtlenecking or whatever. You know, he uncut. You know, he ain't tell me this, and he got, you know, he got that little pullback. So I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. It's not crazy or whatever. Like, you know, he this the tip it was like this. You know, it was like this. So I'm like, okay, you know, I can deal with that. However, I pull it back. This nigga got a piercing in it. Hence Pierce. So I'm like, fuck it. You know, I done bobbed and weaving on a couple of Pierce dicks. So just go on ahead. And so I got the bobbing and weaving. However, I'm like, oh, this is real easy because at this time the light was turned off now. So I got the bobbing and weaving on it. I'm like, wait, this ain't that. Nigga, you made it sound like it was wrist thick. Like it was regular thick or whatever. You know, he hyped this ish up for real. So I'm like, oh boy, like come on now. You made it sound like this is gonna be crazy. So I'm expecting like this whole like Pepsi can thick type, and it's just regular thick. But I'm like, all right, it's whatever. However, him and Captain Crazy were about similar lengths or whatever. So it was just like, okay, well, fuck it, I'm good. I can handle this. So we move from the living room to the bedroom, and I get to ride in Pierce first while jerking off Captain Crazy at the same time. So I'm like, just riding him. Pause. Apparently, Captain Crazy forgot to tell me that Pierce wasn't really into black guys. So I'm like, bitch, okay, pause. So as I'm riding Pierce or whatever, you know, going in, giving him some of my tricks or whatever, you know, doing it or whatever. He had on a condom or whatever, but I was like, this is going limp. we don't do that. Not at all. She don't do limp dicks, baby. No. I don't care what type of drug you on, what type of ass you think you getting just because of the color of my skin. What type of no, boo. We don't do limp dicks. So I hop on off, and you know, get to scooching over, and I get on Captain Crazy, and I start riding his dick. No condom. So I'm like, maybe this is it, because Captain Crazy, you know, he didn't have to ask a couple times if we were dating or whatever, we were engaged. But back to the story. Definitely stay focused, answer, because we ain't going back there. Anyway, back to the story. So I'm riding Captain Crazy, you know, giving him all the motions or whatever. Then I'm like, Pierce got on his condom. Pop that condom right on off. Now, pause. Okay. I do not encourage unprotected sex. However, Pierce was not getting the full experience, and she don't do limp dicks. She don't do limp dicks, baby. No ma'am. No sir ma'am. She don't do them. Pause. Back to the start. Stay focused on, sir. Almost finished. I know I'm keeping y'all. Hold the line. So I'm like, here we go. We gon' make sure that Pierce understands the magic of this ass, baby. So Pierce stands up on the wall. So I'm like, you know what? I'm about to. Oh no, he stands up on this side of the wall. He gets off, goes around the bed while I'm riding Captain Crazy. So that, I don't know how. Oh, so that I could start jerking his dick. Because I was riding Captain Crazy this way, like facing the headboard. And then he came around on a side where we kept like the light or whatever. And I started jerking him off while I'm riding Captain Crazy or whatever. So he come around after I took off his condom. He come around, so I'm like, okay. Back to Pierce. So I get off Captain Crazy. And I start throwing it back up on Pierce or whatever. And now I'm about to, because he was going limp at first. After when I started jerking him off, he got, you know, he went Arm and Hammer on a nigga. So he got back up, and so I'm like, okay, I'm about to get back up on Pierce. So I'm back on Pierce, and I back it up like a Tonka truck, bitch. And I back it up on him, and then I start like, you know, going in. I started, you know, doing my little dances on him. And then when I felt like he was in it, now he started to get into it, and he started doing like his, and like going in on me. And then he started doing like a jackhammer. Like, nigga, okay. Okay, I feel all of you. Okay, you nigga. Shit. All right. So I'm standing up and like he in it now, like he touching on me, rubbing on me, like all this other thing. Kissing on me. So he in it now. And so now Captain Crazy is laying horizontally in the bed. So I'm like, okay, fuck it. Now, bob and weave. So I'm bobbing and weaving while Pierce is going in on me. So I'm just like, okay. And so I'm like, okay, nigga, you ain't about to show out. You ain't about to show out. I'm about to show you what a real one do. So I'm like throwing it back real quick. Now I'm making a clap on him. Because, you know, round of applause because the motherfucker is a pro. So I'm throwing it back on him, making a clap. Twirling it in the circles and everything, you know, while I'm bobbing and weaving and keeping it baby. Professional, doing my little light moves. You know, all of that while throwing it back, keeping a rhythm with it too. Babies, I ain't gonna bother to tell you. I'm like, okay, let him pause, let him rest, get on top of Captain Crazy or whatever, and start riding him again. So I start riding him again or whatever. And, you know, I got a lot of ass, yeah. So I start riding him again, however, somehow or another. I'm not sure what this little Latino, he was short as fuck. But however, then this is probably how he could do it. He got up on the bed. And the way we had a king size bed at the time, so it was pretty a nice size or whatever. And the way Captain Crazy kind of like laying horizontally in the bed, but like his main body is like center of the bed, and I'm like riding him like regular, but then Pierce, I keep wanting to say his real name, so my fault. Don't do it. Stay the August, I'm sorry. So Pierce is over there. He gets on the bed and somehow, still I'm not even sure how, but he like positions himself where, and I remember like pausing because I'm like, ooh, and I start shaking, and he like when I tell you, still to this day I'm not sure, but he's like squats and he like puts it in as I'm like up slightly up on the tip of Captain Crazy or whatever, and he like puts it in, and I just remember like I remember feeling that like just that like just two dicks. It was just two dicks. It felt like it was an extra stretch, and it didn't hurt. It was just like, I don't know. It felt, like it felt good, but it felt like, damn nigga, this is two dicks. What you gonna do about it? So I get to ride. I'm going in. I'm like, oh my God, because it feels good, but it's like, oh, it's two of them. And then Pierce, I almost choked on my saliva. Pierce is like going in and he like got my shoulders and he like doing some like type of monkey dance on my back, and I'm like, nigga, the fuck is this? But go with it, A, because you a pro. Stay focused, I'm sorry. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, catch Pierce's rhythm, because Captain Crazy don't got no rhythm. So catch Pierce's rhythm. Baby, Pierce, that motherfucker knew, okay? He knew what he was doing. From the way he positioned himself to bloop, right up in me while Captain Crazy is in me at the same time, baby. And then start to doing it with a rhythm. And I caught that rhythm. Baby, I ain't gonna bother to tell you. After that, the whole thing, we fucked like that for a good, but it was like good in that position for a good like 2-3 minutes or whatever. And then we did some other stuff, and I could tell y'all the full story, but I'm holding y'all. I'm sorry, we almost done. Anyway, stay focused on sir. So after that, I was just like, okay, fuck it. He ended up, I laid on the bed. Pierce came on my face. Captain Crazy came in me. It was crazy, real crazy. But anyway, back to the story. Stay focused on sir. Last part of the story. So after that, apparently Captain Crazy, he went and took Pierce home. You know, I went and took another shower or whatever. And when Captain Crazy got back, he apparently noticed that I was catching Pierce's rhythm, had a whole goddamn attitude about it. I'm like, nigga, and then that's when he eventually told me that Pierce is not really into black guys. Because I was like, well, you got a whole attitude about it, and this nigga was going limp the first time that I started riding him. Like, bitch, I know, you know, we both know, and a whole bunch of other niggas around here know, no shade or toot my own horn, but however, feel inside and baby, magic, you know. That's what she giving. Anyway, right to the story, last part of the story. So we ended up getting into a slight argument about that because he noticed that I was catching his rhythm. But I'm like, baby, first off, okay, you ain't tell me that this motherfucker knew how to fuck like that. That's first off. And secondly, bitch, relax. We together, not me and him. It's me and us. Slow your roll. Y'all two friends, get over it or whatever. How or never did you not feel that DP experience? I know both of y'all niggas was rubbing together by the air in this. Girl, you paying. But anyway, that's the last part of the story. I just had to come get that up off my chest because it's just like, but 80s, even though that's not really all that freaky or whatever, like I was telling my one friend, baby, I'm into the freak-ish. That's not even freaky because there's a whole bunch of other ish that I done did. As a matter of fact, that we were having conversations about that is way freakier. But however, it just brought up that thought in my mind the first time that I ever got DP'd. I'll tell y'all about the other time. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. Love y'all though. Talk to y'all later. Night. So listen, right? Somebody told me a couple of DMs or whatever said that they want to see my OnlyFans. Here's the thing, okay? I don't want to do it. I don't want to upload this content to my OnlyFans just yet until I can at least get 5 more subscribers on YouTube. Because I'm going to post the link on my YouTube and maybe my Instagram. Because I got to start putting more stuff up on my IG. How whenever I do videos more than I do pictures and things. Anyway, back to the story. Stay focused on Sarah. So, if my bitches, my babies, or my peoples, I like, want to check out this process that I do before I show these niggas how a professional do it to them, do a bitch a favor and click like, click subscribe, leave a comment right across the screen, and definitely click share. All right? Love y'all. Night.